Good day, everyone. Okay, so let's go over the charts here. We'll go over some local levels, some of the bigger ideas outside of the range, particularly to the downside here as we're rejecting from the highs. Let's just go over price action really quick. So as price was pushing up here, I was saying that, I'm not really expecting a breakout. I am expecting a rejection. I was looking for shorts after this wick. The only short I ended up taking was right here into this local golden pocket. So pulled from this high to this low. You always pull your fibs left to right. We pushed up into that. I took this short. It was kind of like the idea of a retest of this high as well, but pushing a little bit beyond it. As we consolidated here, it was over the weekend. I wasn't trading it aggressively. We did come back up and retest this level that we swing failured. I didn't add to my shorts at all. So as I had some local ideas for longs, never actually ended up taking anything because we were just forming bearish divergences all the way down here. And the first long I took was a level of interest I had from up here at this point of control. So that's the first level I want to talk about. This point of control was important support. You can see it's where we impulsed off of. It was resistance here. It obviously has formed as we've put in this price action. But so I took this long, took profits. Again, we formed bearish absorption in volume delta here. So I took profit, stop loss to entry, ended up getting stopped out here for a small profit. So we lose that level. If we come back and test it, it's going to be very important resistance. So that might be somewhere you could look for shorts if there's weakness and absorption. Right below us, we have a really important level, which is the left to right, low to high support golden pocket. So it's our major low to major high, and it kind of aligns with the trend line. We front ran it slightly here, and I didn't long it, and I'm still waiting for lower. I actually would think at a minimum locally that we probably take this low, which I might be looking. So I'm looking for strength. I'm looking for bullish absorption, but taking this low might be a long trigger. And even if it's just up into the point of control. But if I see some weakness, again, just taking profit, stop loss to entry, and letting the position play out. So one of the things I want to talk about, and I'm going to delete these brush marks quickly, is not thinking in terms of top and bottom trades. Like you're not trying to long the bottom into the top. You're just trying to find support and resistance. So for me, I took this point of control long because it's important support. I'm happy. I have two options. I can carry this short and do nothing at the point of control. I can carry the short and take a long here and take profits off of it. It's a good level to trade, even if it's just a small win. I also took a long as we pushed into this minor golden pocket. And this one I took a small loss in. I didn't take it at the lows. I took it after an initial reaction. And we kind of were consolidating around my entry. And as price was looking weak, so I ended up just stopping out the position. I actually had my initial stop down here, but as I figured, it was probably likely we're heading into some of this lower liquidity. I've been kind of more bearish up here. Even when I took this long, I said in the Discord, I'm long in this point of control, but I think the two lines I drew is I'm well aware that it's likely we see lower, and even if we see a relief rally, I'm still expecting lower. So I'm not, holding this to 30K or anything. It's more of a day trade, scalp trade, with a quick take profit one. And same thing would actually probably apply to this swing failure. Is I wouldn't be shocked to see, even if we get a nice reaction, some resistance at the point of control. It actually looks suspect that this is also a 382 resistance, which is an important fib. Nope, it's a little bit above that. Is it the 236? It is. So it's a 236, which isn't a major fib, but still worth watching. I'm going to go over some Elliott wave ideas as well, but first I just want to talk about, when we're just looking at liquidity zones, this is important. If we lose this level, that this could be a long I'm interested in. And the reason I'm interested in is because I have nice invalidation right under this new low. If we come and stop me out, that's totally fine. I'm just looking to get into nice positions with clear invalidation. Which a swing failure is a nice setup that way. And we can have the same thing to the downside. But let me talk about this absolute low, which I like more after this high. So from an Elliott wave perspective, up here, I shorted this initial move. And, the thing I said I wouldn't be surprised to see was something like this. We obviously came lower. And with this 786 here, I won't get into it. I got front ran by about 0.2%. And this was a big trade I was interested in. just sitting there waiting for it, and then we had this huge impulse up. But anyways, so from an Elliott wave perspective, we have this idea of here pulled from this corrective wave, of this being a corrective wave, and now we're forming a bigger kind of ABC idea. Let me pull this up. And so if we want to use some of the technical targets for that, it could look, oops, this is completely wonked out. Sometimes I always forget it starts at 0. So within this corrective wave, we have its subwaves of a bigger corrective idea. So we've pushed up for a B wave at the 123.6 extension, slightly front running it. When we were up here, I said, this is an important level because pushing much past this invalidates an important Elliott wave idea. And that idea is this, that we have a C correction that could now come into the 123.6 extension, which is right at the lows of that we put in around 17.5K. Or an extended wave C down to the 16K region. So these are both important Elliott wave ideas for me anyways. And so looking at those levels there, but we obviously just have our local support and resistance levels within the range, which are always going to be important. So we can turn on the 786, the 886. So the 786, because of this new high, would bring us right above this high. I would imagine we would at least take the liquidity under that if we're going to get a bounce there. 886 doesn't look too great to me. But so anyways, the levels I'm interested in is swing failuring this low, this low, this low, which would be an Elliott wave corrective idea, or coming right down to an extended wave C at 16K. And even if we don't, it's like don't bounce from any of these levels, it's likely to get maybe some kind of reaction for a possible take profit 1, and that puts you into a nice spot for a long with removing the risk. And if you just get stopped out of loss, you always need to use risk management so that's okay. I don't recommend trading with substantial money or real money if you're not an experienced trader. Just focus on learning, paper trading, understanding, how to manage positions. So that's Bitcoin. These are all the downside levels of interest. If we start pushing up, point of control, align with the 23.6 extension. The golden pocket is always important. But understand that these levels will change, right? So if we make a new low, maybe this does end up the 38.2 extension if we come into the 786, right? Because if this is our low, then we'd pull it here, and then that is a 38.2, and much more important resistance, point of control, 382. Maybe we even get some trend line ideas on our way up. So it's just about being patient, looking for those nice entries. I'm not too eager to be longing anything right here. Just waiting for some serious strength to be coming in. I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't hold, or if it does, we sweep this low, like I said. So hope this is helpful for you guys. I'll leave with this last note. Somebody in the group asked, they shared an idea and they said, what's my advice if they just have an idea that they're watching and they can't really see anything else on the chart? My advice is, if you have a good idea, plan to trade it, set an alert, put it away, and then just look at the chart differently and just accept, hey, I'll probably trade that idea. For me, I'll probably trade this point of control as we're coming down here. Does that just mean I'm fixated on this point of control? Not really. If it looks nice when we hit it, I'll trade it. But I'm also just now looking for other ideas. I'm also interested in this level. If we hit it, I'll probably trade it. If we get a nice reaction, same thing here, same thing here. If we don't hit it, well, then I've traded this level. Maybe we reverse. I get bigger, take profit. We come up to the highs. I might have some short ideas up here. And I just trade them. I don't think there's any reason to just get fixated on one idea and trying to invalidate it in your head or make it better, because I think what that mindset comes from is you're really trying to find the top and bottom and think, is this the bottom? Does this make sense? Should I trade this huge? Just trade it like a normal level, take some profits off of it. If it turns into a great trade, awesome. But there's no reason to get too over analytical about a level. If you have nice confluence and a nice reaction, you trade it with the risk management. It'll either win or it will lose, and you just move on to other ideas. If you're interested in joining the group, the link is in the description of this video. That's the luckyapestradingfloor.com.